Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with theblogtoread.com. Please subscribe to Blog to Read videos on YouTube and like this video if you find it useful. I love this watch. This is a fantastic watch. Everyone should strive to own a watch like this. This is the Jaeger-LeCoultre, get ready for a long name, Master Compressor Diving Chronograph GMT Navy SEALs watch. That's a lot in this, and so basically what we're talking about is one of the sportier versions of the Master Compressor that is part of their Navy SEALs collaboration. And I don't know if you can see it back there, but there's this like Navy SEALs logo on there. Yeah, you can see it. So they basically, the idea was they worked with the Navy SEALs to like design these watches, and they asked them like, what do you want in a watch? Is this comfortable? What features do you need? What do you hate? And you know, they, in collaboration with what they wanted to design, they came up with this stuff. So I don't know exactly in here like what's Navy SEALs and what's not, but I know that Navy SEALs guys were wearing them and testing them, and that's pretty cool. It's not exactly why I would personally get the watch, but it's kind of just a fun factoid because overall the watch is pretty cool as it is. It's a big watch. I love the size, but some people might think it's too big. Jaeger makes much smaller watches as well. This one is 46.3 millimeters wide. It's in titanium with this like gray PVD. It actually almost looks ceramic. What is ceramic is the bezel, and it's this sort of also matching kind of dark gray, and the hour indicators, the minute markers are like etched in, which is cool. Has a nice little action there with the bezel, and there's this metal tip, and I believe here the side here, this is metal is steel. And there's also steel for the sort of these special locks on the crown and the pushers. And the way those work are pretty cool. So oftentimes with a diving watch, for example, you'll have screw down pushers or a crown. This works a little bit different. You spin this little thing here. You see how that works? You spin it around, and then when it's unlocked, the little arrows there are yellow. I don't know if you can tell. And then you can, wind the watch or adjust it, and then you spin it back to lock it into place. Same thing works here with the chronograph pushers. They just spin a little bit. So it's open, closed, open, closed, and the same thing works with the lower one here. So it's a nice system. It's basically the same principle as screwing them down, but it's a little bit more easy, and it's kind of a fun thing to play with. I find myself just kind of playing with these things. So the movement in this watch is the in-house made Jaeger-LeCoultre caliber 757 automatic, and it has a lot of cool features. So there's the time, there's a 12-hour chronograph, there's the date, and there's a second time zone. And so the way the second time zone works is kind of interesting. So there's the hour hand and the minute hand. Moving around right now is the chronograph seconds hand because I have the chronograph activated. And right here is the second time zone hour hand. Now the second time zone is not in 24-hour format, it's in 12-hour format. And so what they do is, you see right over here, there's a little thing that's kind of half black and half white. There's a little window. Wait for the chronograph hand to move past it. It's underneath 12. There's a little round window with a disc that moves from light to dark. That's an AM/PM indicator for the second time zone. So the second time zone is 12-hour format with an AM/PM indicator, so you know if it's day or night. And that's really, really cool, and that's nice to have. As I will mention in the written review, the hour and minutes and the hour markers are loomed, but the second time zone is not loomed. And I think there's a good reason for that. Jaeger doesn't want to confuse you. So basically what happens is, in the right light, you can't even see that second hour hand. It just kind of blends away because they don't want you to be confused, but they want you, if you're looking for the time in the second time zone, you can find it. And that was kind of an interesting sort of design trade-off where we want that functionality to be there, we don't want it to be confusing, we want it to be legible, we don't want it to be in the way, and I can see them kind of going back and forth there. I think overall they made the right decision. The dial is a very it's well done. There's different levels. There's this nice sort of diagonal flange ring on there. Looks very good. The sapphire crystal is domed, but it's not like crazy design where there's a bunch of wild stuff on there. I think it's a very subdued, held back dial that does what it's meant to do well. It looks very functional, and I like that a lot. Let's get that on the wrist right now because that's what you do with watches. You wear them. there's not everyone wears them. There's people that buy watches and they don't even take them out of the box. They put it straight into a safe and like boom, it's a collector's item. So there it is. There's the diving master compressor, GMT, chronograph, blah blah blah. I never even remember these names. They're just so long and preposterous sometimes, but it's funny to say them like you're with like a, you know, kind of like a pompous store clerk, and he's like, this is a Jaeger-LeCoultre master compressor, diving chronograph, GMT, Navy SEALs, and you're like, when is he going to stop? He just keeps going, forever. The strap is pretty awesome. It's calf leather with this really nice yellow contrast stitching, and there's a little bit of yellow on the dial. Where is it? It's at the very tip of the chronograph seconds hand. There's a different version of this watch. They're actually all limited editions that doesn't have the yellow, but this one is really nice, and the strap is awesome. This watch is water resistant to I think 1,000 meters, which is great. It's not per se something that they would really tout as being, well, I guess it is a diver's watch. It has diving in the name. When I just look at it, it doesn't look necessarily like a pure diving watch, but I guess it is. It's completely durable enough to be one. I guess it's just the strap that throws me, because it's a very non-diver's watch strap. You could throw a rubber strap in there, boom, you have an awesome diving watch. I'm a big fan of this watch. I think it's fantastic, and honestly, given the pedigree of the brand and what you get in in-house movement and a lot of the competition out there, the price doesn't seem completely unreasonable. It's not cheap, but it doesn't seem unreasonable. This watch retails for about $13,500. So for all this stuff, that's not bad. Great watch, and you can see the full review on ablogtoread.com. Thanks.